G'day, today I just want to recommend the game Bad North, and you can hear from that music, it starts off beautifully atmospheric. It is a gorgeous looking game, it's a gorgeous sounding game, and it's definitely a fun little strategy game to play as well. So I'm just going to jump into a new game. We'll just go normal, allow restarts begin. I won't worry too much about the layout of them, just to show you the sort of gameplay and the approach that we have here. So basically the idea of this is that we're, I guess, up in the Bad North Viking sort of islands. Oh, trying to manage that a little bit better. And so what we have is we've just got a little grid of our island, and what we've got to do is stop the enemies coming in and trying to destroy our villages. And when we click on our guys, it does slow time down so we can have a bit more of a jump on them. I do find that charging them into a spot is a good way to go, but we don't want to be there the second the boat arrives, because otherwise the boat will run into us a little bit. Okay, so we've got some guys coming over here, we've got some coming over here, so we'll move these guys back, because that'll block off any advancement these guys can make. Move these guys here, but this is probably our focus of who we want to take care of, because they're right near the houses. There we go, get in there. It's a beautiful victory. Rewarded for every house that we managed to keep alive. It's revealed a new bad guy type there, just a basic melee guy. Now, what we want to do really is jump to this island straight here. You can see that these guys, even though they didn't seem like they took too much of a beating, they're fatigued. And so we've only got our energized Oscar ready to go in the next fight. So, actually, no, what we can do is we just go next turn, don't we? That's right, it's been a while since I played this. So, generally if you use a fighter, they won't be available again that turn, but because Oscar's energized and he's got his little jugs, he's happy to go again, but we will obviously opt for having two guys available. So let's deploy the map. Again, we've got some pretty fast spread houses here, so we've just got to keep an eye on where the guys are coming. And as the game goes on, you do get hit with new types of bad guys. There's archers against you, you've got archers for you. Spearmen, there's really heavy hitters. Yeah, it's a real fun challenge, and you really get mad to see one of your captains go down. Alright, we've got more guys coming this way, so I'll send down the support. Really trying to hit him with all 18 guys at once. I suppose he's down a man. Got him good. Good money there too. Okay, so now what we can do with our money is we can upgrade the guys that we've got. So we can now actually make them specific classes. So Oscar and his ability to sort of go through two fights, we're going to make you an archer, so we don't have to have that many archers. And Jeddah, we will make you some swordsmen. Okay, now you can see that here we're going to have three types of enemies, but we will get a third flag, so we will pick up a third group of fighters for us. We can go here and fight against the same guys again. You can see as the turns progress, we lose out on being able to fight in certain places. So we will lose this map here, so it will be where we fight next. And let's have a look at that layout. Okay, so this is our low house down here. The other guys can come on that side and work their way up. So putting our archers at the top here, and we'll get these guys just down a little bit. I'll try and have a look at where the ships are coming from, because hopefully these guys can do some good damage to them before they even get off the boats. What we like to see. Great work. These guys will both have to come all the way around here too. They do slowly get special abilities and with items that you get, and just sort of class abilities. Nothing that we've spent any money on yet. Move these guys a little bit more central. You can see these guys are taking a little bit of a beating, so whatever guys these guys can chip off is definitely going to make this a little bit more manageable. Beautiful. One of the achievements in this game is to play it on hard difficulty. I think not very hard, but hard difficulty, and not lose a single captain from end to end. It's definitely an interesting little challenge, that one. Okay, so we've got an upgrade that we can go 7. So if we were to go for that for these guys, they can do performing a jumping attack from a cliff onto enemies below, which in that last one where we had a big cliff, that would have been quite good. And then these guys can bombard a location with a hail of arrows.
Hey?
We might go for our jumping attack. Go the next turn. And then let's have a look at what new enemies we're going to face here. Okay, so we've got the local commander, and then we've got our 2 as well. This point where it's asking to deploy would be if I had more troops than the available force slots I can use. It would opt for me to slot them in. Since we've only got 3 at the moment, everyone's coming. Right, so we'll move them forward. I want these guys to be a little bit more last line of defense, because they're going to be much weaker. But because we've also got them, they're almost giving us the luxury that we can have these guys go and replenish a bit more of their health. We'll use these guys actually to pick some early fights. Now those are archers that we're actually going against there. So we'll try and get the archers on the hill to do some damage. The way you want to approach an archer is you want to stand far away from them until they come in and then charge them. Yeah, got them good. Alright, so that looks like some more archers over there, so we'll move these guys back. Move our archers forward. Have our charge team ready to charge. Alright, great. So what we'll tell those guys to do is go replenish in the safe big house. Move those guys there, move these guys down here. Hopefully they're ready for the final wave. Charge these guys in. These last guys coming, you can see these guys have got swords and shields. So we'll need these guys in close because this house is going to be attacked straight away. These guys will be ready to go. So these guys can avoid the arrows. Surgical. Alright, let's keep it going. So we saw archers, we saw shieldmen. So hopefully you can remember what their faces look like, because it's not going to give you much more than that. Now, that was enough upgrade points, I believe, that we've now got another 7. Cool, so we can use Megan to be our pikeman. We can have a look at what they look like. Okay, so we will go next turn. And we will jump into the one that we'll lose on turn 4. Now, once we do have enough guys, you can actually make 2 moves at once, but obviously we don't have enough just yet. Yeah, we'll deploy the only 3 guys we've got. Pikemen are quite good for holding a point. So, literally. So, them holding these stairs, this is a really dominant way that if you've got guys that are walking through a thin corridor to try and get past them, they can do some damage. Now, even in this spot here, where these guys have to get past this single point, you can see that these guys might be able to do some good damage. That's lovely. More if you get the pikemen in a brawl, that they're going to be in trouble. Which is why I didn't sort of go for them straight up. If they've got the support of a board and sword crew standing next to them like this, then yeah. This time we just want to swap those 2 spots around. So again, they'll just hold the... Actually, put them back. So that's probably the more the bottleneck point. Lovely. Now, what we might do is we won't use it there. So let's get those guys to go there, and we'll get these guys to run in here. And what we'll do is we'll wait, we'll freeze, and we'll go jump. A nice combo of using all 3 at once. I can't remember what the third one is. I can't remember if I go 2 pikemen, 1 swordsman, or if I go 2 swordsmen, 1 pikeman in my old strategy. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone could afford anything for 7. Charge your pikes along a straight line. And we can also just spend 12 to upgrade them to a better quality of... obviously the accuracy of the archers would be something handy. Alright, next turn. Alright, so this time we're looking at... what's that? Archers and boards and swords, or that's normal guys and archers. So we will take... I mean, I suppose we will be able to do both. It's just that those 2 make up turn 6. And these 2 both make up turn 7, so eventually we're going to lose one of these. What we could do is we could approach the... Problem is that we have to take pikemen to one of these 2 fights, and in both fights we're going to have... Alright, let's try this. So for this one we're going to go... This is where we're going to try and do a split attack. Because we're not fighting against guys with shields, we'll go get rid of him out of this and we'll just bring the 2. Now what hopefully this will do is give us enough points that we can upgrade our archers. Which we might not, unless these are both worth 3, but I think that's probably a 3 coin building, that's a 2 coin building. I'll just let that go spinning. Let's put them there, these guys here. Oh, I picked that wrong. They're not the archers, they're the board and sword guys. Easy way to settle an argument. Alright, I'll swing these guys back to that side and put these guys up here. I've actually done it in the other way around because I should have had the board and sword guys with the archers, and this one would have been easily done with pikemen. That's a pain. It's alright. Let's see if we can get creative. It is really fun on later levels where final late wave incoming gets declared and you're looking at like 7, 10 boats coming at you from all angles. It's really neat. And just as more and more boats end up being docked. There's one thing I do wrong in this is I click away far too often. Only 5. I'm short of getting my archers upgraded. Let's continue. There we can get some more support. But now we'll try and see if we can do this one with our other 2. So we get to use our archers again. And we get our pikemen coming in. Now I kind of picked this one for the pikemen because I can just stand them there and we can protect the majority of the buildings. If not all of them. Hopefully these boats stay relatively small with, as I say, with archers on it. It's obviously the soldiers, but if you have to ever move your pikemen, that's where they get in trouble. If we can just hold fights like that, beautiful. We want to do. We don't want our pikemen anywhere near this, so we basically want to shoot off of 9 versus 3. And the only other thing we can do is just charge them in there and... Not who we want them looking at. You can see the decimation that they're putting on those guys. Not great. More archers coming in. I think all we'll have to do is replenish and try and hope that our archers can take on those 5 archers before this final wave rocks up. Good. Luckily our archers won't do anything against these guys anyway, so all we need is these guys to come out and just line up at a point on the shore, get these guys over here. Beautiful. That's how we do it. Well, anyway, you can see that already I'm getting right back into this and thoroughly enjoying it. So I'll probably leave it there. It's given you an idea of the different sort of guys that you get, the different strategies you can try and approach by doing 2 islands in 1 turn. Yeah, so Bad North. Again, it's on Steam. Wholeheartedly recommend it. It's fun for so many different reasons. And until next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.